Assalamualaikum. I'm Mrs. Noor Al-Baha, your manager.
Okay. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nice to meet you, Mrs. Noor Al-Bahar. I am Syarifah Nafishah, Binti Syed Ibrahim.
Nice to meet you. So let's start our interview.
Alright.
Okay. Please introduce yourself.
Okay. My name is Syarifah Nafishah Binti Syed Ibrahim. I have work experience before as manager in Ghana Excel Industry Sendirian Berhad. I have excellent in three languages, which is Malay, English, and Arabic. So I hold a degree of Fiqh and Fatwa from University Science Islam Malaysia, USIM, and then I have excellent in speak fluently for those three languages, and then I enjoy participating in public speaking or any related tournament that regarding to the speak. So I can give you example, which is debate. I have joined or participated in Malay debate, which I can contribute myself, or I can contribute myself and polish my communication skill and also polish my confidence level, because when I speak in front of people, my confidence level will improve, because when we speak to others, we have to forget all about embracing and shame. And then I participating in many association when I in university life, because when I participating in many associations such as Association of Fiqh Fatwa, and then it will encourage me to contribute or communication with all people out there, even I don't know them. Because when we talk about the communication, when we talk about the contribution, we have to come up with the all program, and we have to do all this program become smooth and well. So I hope that with my confidence level, I can contribute myself in this field.
Okay. Do you have any experience work before?
Yes.
If there is, please share with me.
Okay. Yes, I have an experience before. I worked as a manager in Ghana Excel Industry Sendirian Berhad. So when I was a manager, I am a leader too of the factory. The Ghana Excel Industry Sendirian Berhad, which product the food or the supplement that the sources is from the mushroom. So the product will produce to the consumer through the stockist, and then I am the leader that will make sure the product will use the right way to separate to the consumer, which means that I am expert and adapt in the developing scopes. So I will make sure that the product will keep moving on the schedule, because when we want to produce the product and then we wait until the last minute, if anything happen to the product, we cannot have the backup plan. So if we, for example, in my position, I am a manager. I have to make sure that the product will produce before the due date, which is to avoid from anything bad happen. Because if anything happen without our consent, we have a backup plan to create something to avoid this. And then back to my bachelor degree of Fiqh and Fatwa, I will make sure that all ingredients will not against the Islamic law and the Sharia. Because when we want to produce the product, we have to emphasize the halal and the haram, because we have to use the concept halal and tayyiban, because we are Muslim, and then we have to know whether it is ingredient from the halal way or the ingredients the haram way. Okay.
Why we should hire you?
Okay, why you should hire me? Okay, as a position that I apply to your company is assistant Syariah manager. Like I said before, I have an experience before as a manager in Ghana SL Industries and Ibrahim. So I hope that all those experience will help you, will help your company, to be more. I hope that all my skill will help your company to grow up more. I have three lingual language, which is Arabic, Malay, and English. So which I believe that everyone can speak in English and Malay, but in Arabic I know just minority can speak it. So if you want to deal with the non-Malaysian, which is from the Arabic countries such as Saudi Arabia, you can call me as your interpreter to interpret the language from his own side, because I know the third language, because I know the Arabic language. And then you should hire me because of I can do everything, which I can handle the problem. As you can look to my resume and my cover letter, I have joined many associations when I in university life. So this kind of associations that I have joined before, you can show that I can contribute all my association and my studies, because when we join the program we have to do many things regarding to the programs, regarding to the assignments and others. So this program make me a lot of effort to contribute, and then the studies also need me to focus on. And then you can see that I can manage my time between the programs that I have made and then the study that I have to achieve the good result.
Okay, can you share with me about your field?
Okay, basically I hold a degree of Fiqh and Fatwa from University Science Islam Malaysia, you see. So Fiqh and Fatwa, let me tell you what is Fiqh and Fatwa about. Fiqh is a deep understanding, and it is also known as what we call Fiqh is deep understanding, and also be known as knowledge that have been used to make a decision. Knowledge that have been used of many sources, which is Al-Quran and Hadith, to make a decision by the ulama. And then the fatwa is about the answer by the mufti that have been asked by the mustafti regarding to the issue, the contemporary issue, and refer to the fiqh as a reference. So I enjoy my field, which is fiqh and fatwa, because I can identify the hukum based on the reference from the main sources, Al-Quran, Hadith, Ijma' and Qiyas, to know the hukum. And then I know the new hukum regarding to the contemporary issue, and then I also know about the hukum that have been made, or what we call I know the right way or the procedure to make the hukum, because we cannot do the hukum by our own way. It is illegal to our religion. And then when we know the new hukum, the new jurisdiction, we have to publish the jurisdiction among people, because nowadays people really need the jurisdiction about the contemporary issue, as in ancient time we doesn't have the jurisdiction about the contemporary issue like nowadays, which is some issue like the dollar, the vape. It is not stated in Al-Quran and Hadith. It is not happened before in Rasulullah time. So with the fiqh and fatwa course, with the fiqh fatwa field, we can learn more about hukum that we can use in daily lifetime.
Okay. So for the last question, do you have any weakness?
Of course not. Of course not. I have no weaknesses, because as you can see, I can speak fluently in Malay, English and Arabic. And then I can speak in front of people. I can involve in the public speaking. I can even speak in front of people, even they call me just to give a speech. Because yes, I believe that everyone have any feeling of kind of scared and nervous to speak in front of people. But if you can talk to people, yes, before you talk, you will feel that you're scared, you are nervous and everything like this. Then if you start to talk, you will forget everything about this, because when you start to talk, you have to think what is the content that you have to talk, and then the things that make you mess in your mind is scared, nervous, is gone. When you start to talk, when you start the kalam Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, you will forget everything. So I am able in communication skill. I'm good in communication skill, which I participate in many associations, like I shared before. I participate in many associations. I participate in Malay debates. I do everything that will involve myself in the community, which can contribute myself and polish myself to in front of people. Because when you hire me, I will make sure that your company will get more benefits from me, because I will use all my knowledge based on my university life, based on my work experience. I will give all the best for your company, and to make sure your staff will have the great potential towards their work. And then if I am appointed as a manager in your company, I will make sure that your company have the very good staff, the very great staff that can give your company great work. Because a great company comes from the staff, and I as a manager have to make sure and emphasize them to give everything the best for the works as your company needed.
Okay, thank you for your answering my questions. If I have information, I will call you. Thank you for coming.
Okay, thank you too.